Hi, it's Hoshi-chan here with Anime on Location at Ohayocon 2016, here with Jessica.
Hi.
So how did you get started in the world of art?
Started in the world of art. I've been drawing ever since I could, ever since I was a small child. I started selling artwork in about 5th grade. I was making bookmarks and selling them to my classmates, which I kind of got in trouble for because I was taking their lunch money. And then professionally, I started selling online in 2009, and I've been doing conventions for almost 5 years now.
So it says that your work has been featured in a pop gallery in downtown Disney. So how do you feel knowing that millions of people have seen your art?
It's a little daunting sometimes. I don't. It seems like I kind of happen into things, which I think is the best way to sort of make connections in this world. I'm thrilled that they want me. I'm thrilled with the artists that I'm next to. I love hearing that people were in Florida and they saw my work there. It's really exciting, and I'm really honored to have a place there.
So it says here that you've drawn Mr. Hubert on some of his art. What was it like working with him in art?
It was kind of different because when we first met, he wanted me to draw his characters for him, and I don't normally draw male characters. They're not something that I draw often, and I don't draw anime characters very often. But I thought he was really attractive, and it was really hard for me to say no to him. So I drew all of his artwork, and now we convention together, and he is my partner, and I love him.
That's so sweet. It says in your bio that you've done pinup cover art. And what piece of work is your favorite?
My favorite pinup I ever did would have to be probably my first one. I mean, I love them all, but my first one, I didn't even know what a quote-unquote pinup in a comic was. I thought when my friend Daniel Corey, who writes for Red City and Moriarty and so many other things, when he asked me to draw a pinup for Moriarty, I thought he meant a pinup girl. And I know that sounds really silly looking back. And he was like, no, I want you to draw my character and I'm going to put it in my comic. And I said, yeah, that sounds awesome. But that kind of opened the door for me to be a little bit more involved. It sort of steered my career in that direction. And I'm thankful for every single one. But I think the first one that broke me in would have to be my favorite one.
So you've been coming to conventions, and so how is it like showing your work to fans, and how are their reactions?
I've heard that the reaction that you usually get at conventions is all very positive, and that's been my experience too. It's scary because you're putting your work out there and people are going to stop and they're going to see it and you look at it. But what's a pleasant thing about the conventions is that people don't stop at your table and sort of engage you unless they like what you do. So you hear a lot of positive, it's really positive feedback all weekend, and it becomes less and less scary to put yourself out there and be accepted. My first convention was scary for me because I'd only been selling online, and the reaction was so positive from everybody. I felt really welcomed right from the beginning, and that I just never stopped. I just kept doing them, and you get feedback from people that you wouldn't get sometimes online. People see something and they hire you to do commissions, or that's where a lot of my published work came from later on, was meeting people at conventions.
So that just means you guys are awesome. So are there any upcoming projects that you're working on that your fans should know about?
I have a few. I know Chuck mentioned in his interview that he's writing Snow White and Rose Red, and I'm going to illustrate it. I'm doing a cover for the sequel of Greystone Valley, which was a cover I did a couple years ago. So the sequel's coming out, and it's going to be awesome. Other projects I have going on, I design bobbleheads for Chibi Essence, so I'm hoping a new line with them soon. I just finished up my previous line, and they're still coming out with the designs one at a time, so that's really fun for me.
So is there any way that your fans could keep up with you online?
Yes, I'm on Instagram, and my name on there is Solo Cosmo. If you look up Solo Cosmo, you will find me everywhere you could possibly want to follow me. On Facebook, I go by Jessica Von Braun, so just my name. and Solo Cosmo everywhere else.
So it was a pleasure to meet you, and it was wonderful having you on the show. So you've heard it here on Anime on Location. Peace.